Welcome to another math homework help by your teacher Anne. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe our video and hit the notification bell. Now let's move on to absolute value. An absolute value is actually just the distance of a number away from zero on your number line. Okay? So it's not negative nor positive. It's just the spaces away from zero of that number. For example, what is the absolute value of a negative 3? And you will usually see them inside the two vertical lines, meaning they're asking for absolute value of that number, the spaces away from zero of that number. So a negative 3, if you look at it on a number line, it's 1, 2, 3 spaces away from zero. Therefore, the answer is 3. Look at 4. How far is that from zero? Meaning, what is the absolute value of a positive 4? So you look at your number line, of course, it's going to be 4 spaces from zero. Therefore, it's 4 as the answer. Let's have more example. The first one is an absolute value of a positive 9. So it's actually the same number you have to write down because it's 9 spaces away from zero. And it's not positive nor negative. So there's your answer. That's the absolute value of a positive 9, meaning the spaces of that number away from zero is 9. What about how far is negative 9 from zero? Or what is the absolute value of a negative 9? Therefore, it's 9 spaces still from zero. Okay? What is the absolute value of a 5? It's 5 spaces from zero. What is the absolute value of a negative 2? Of course, it's 2 spaces from zero. What is the absolute value of a positive 1? 1 space from zero. And what is the absolute value of a negative 1? Still 1 space from zero. Now, are you getting absolute values? So when it's going to be an absolute value wherein the answer will be a negative, it will have a negative sign. It's only when the negative sign is outside these two vertical lines. Okay? If the negative sign is outside, therefore you have to bring it with your final answer. So just like this, they're asking for the absolute value of 9. So your answer is 9, but then there's a negative sign outside these two lines. Therefore, your final answer will include that negative sign. Okay? Look at the next one. The absolute value of negative 8 is 8 spaces away from zero. But then you have that negative sign outside. Therefore, you have to bring it with your final answer. And thus, your final answer will be negative 8. The next one is the absolute value of a negative 8. So your answer will be 8 spaces away from zero. And it doesn't have a sign outside. Therefore, your final answer will just be positive 8. Okay? Look at the next one. It's the absolute value of a positive 8. So your answer is 8 spaces away from zero, but you have to look that there is a negative sign outside these two vertical lines. Therefore, you have to bring that with your final answer. So your final answer will be negative 8. Over here, we have a negative outside that two vertical lines. Therefore, the answer here is now going to be a negative 1. So, I hope you review the absolute value because it's just easy. It's just the number of spaces of that number away from zero. Okay? Now, when you're prompted with adding the absolute values, therefore you have to find the absolute value of each number first. Then you have to add them next. So the absolute value of a negative 10 is 10 spaces away from zero. The absolute value of a negative 2 is 2 spaces away from zero. Then add their absolute values. Therefore, it's going to be positive 12. Okay? So you're going to know what to do on item number 5 on your independent practice. Go ahead and pause this video and work on the following items on your notebook. Okay? Remember to always bear in mind that absolute values are just distances from the zero on your number line, and that it's only negative when the sign is outside the two lines or vertical lines. Congratulations if you got everything correctly. Now don't forget to do your homework and I'll see you in class. Bye!